Hey superstar, this is a message for the 1%ers, the chosen ones, the light workers, the light warriors, the manifestors, the people who are a little bit more woke. Alright? I want to share something with you very powerful. I want you to understand that nothing is happening to you, everything is happening for you. There's blessings in life that don't look pretty. Some of them do and some of them don't. We oftentimes look at blessings as something that's pretty, something that's good, something that's positive. But I can tell you right now, as you begin to go through life and as you begin to see things as happening for you and not to you, you'll realize that there's blessings in disguise. For some people, being in that narcissistic, toxic relationship was a blessing. For some of you, being abused was a blessing. For some of you, losing that job was a blessing. For some of you, leaving that job was a blessing. Sometimes having that setback is actually not a setback, it's a set forward. You needed to go through that experience to grow and learn from it, to take lessons from it. But oftentimes, when something bad happens to us, especially in the moment, it's very hard for us to deal with and process. And as chosen one, as light workers, we need to wake up to the idea of trusting the universe completely, that there's a blessing in disguise coming from this negative experience. And that negative emotions and negative feelings should be welcomed. The dark side, and I'm not talking about the dark side in terms of the evil, right? I'm talking about the negative side should be welcomed in terms of understanding that there's great blessings in. You've seen the yin yang sign, right? The yin and yang of life, the polarity of life. We as human beings love feeling good, but we hate feeling bad. And we have to learn to trust the feeling bad part. Obviously, I don't like feeling bad. Nobody likes feeling bad. Some people, what happens to them is they train themselves to feeling bad is normal, right? But oftentimes we don't like feeling bad. But we have to learn to appreciate the bad. We have to learn to appreciate the negative. We have to learn to appreciate the hardship. Because as we learn to appreciate it, we get to step into our power, right? We don't want to be disempowered. We don't want to be pushing away negative emotions. We don't want to be pushing away negative circumstances. Because when we do that, we're actually dishonoring a part of ourselves. You're actually not loving a part of yourself by not feeling negative emotions. That's a part of the human experience. You chose to come here. You are a chosen one, right? You are the 1%er, and you are here to learn lessons to facilitate in helping and assisting and helping others, supporting others. The fact that you're watching this video right now is crazy. All the things that had to happen for you to be here now watching this video is completely crazy, right? And you're learning things that other people will never ever come to learn. Just by watching my videos, other people's videos in the spiritual community, you're learning things that are astronomically different from the traditional way of being. And so it's our duty as light workers, light warriors, chosen ones, star seeds, beings of consciousness, beings of awareness, beings of love, beings of unconditional love, to rise up and realize that we're actually superheroes. Realizing that we have special abilities, psychic abilities, clairvoyant, clairsentient, claircognizant, clairaudient. That we are more than the 5 senses. That we can see beyond this inorganic way of running the world. We can see all of this stuff. And so as chosen ones, don't let the pain of the 3D bring you down. Use it as fuel to facilitate yourself getting more into the 5D. Use it to facilitate yourself to be a greater version of yourselves. Use it as a fuel, as power to now, how can I transmute this thing over here into something positive, into something powerful, into something amazing. I've been through horrific experiences in my life. Horrific experiences. Very, 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 very hard challenges. And the beauty that have come from that has been amazing. But I can tell you, if I allowed those tragic experiences to push me down, face first, face hitting the ground, I would have never got back up, right? But I chose to be knocked down facing the sky, so I'm always looking up, right? I'm always looking at what's good. I'm always looking at the positive. I'm always looking at how can I overcome this. And it's developed this mental resilience, emotional resilience. You become more powerful. And I didn't do that by pushing down my emotions. I didn't do that by avoiding my emotions. I did it by going into the suffering, into the pain, into the hardship, into what's going on within me that's attracting this, into the dark side, and welcoming it and appreciating it for what it is, because we live in a reality of duality and polarity. Why am I going to just focus on one side and see the one side is only pretty and good? I'm going to see both sides as pretty and good, as both sides as beautiful. Does that make sense? Life is beautiful if you choose to see it that way, right? You want to choose to see life in the way that best suits you. Does it best suit you to focus on what hurts and what makes you feel bad and seeing it as something bad, right? You can put a positive perspective on something that's bad, or you can put a negative perspective on something that's bad. It's your choice, right? And what are you choosing in those moments, right? And seeing how you can rise up and overcome it. Being an inspiration to yourself and being an inspiration to others is very important. And realizing that it's your duty, your responsibility, by just watching this video alone, for you to rise up. For you to rise up for your kids, for your family, for your legacy, for the energetic legacy, for your God's purpose of being here right now, right? You are very powerful. You're very different, and you're different for a reason. Don't allow your difference to be trapped in the ego construct that things are bad, I'm stuck. No, you're not stuck, right? You're never stuck. You're always moving. Energy is always moving. It's always flowing. It's never still. It's always vibrating. It's always resonating. It's always frequency. Woo, 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 right? It's always moving, right? The sun is always moving, the trees are always moving, the sea is always moving, everything's always moving. Even when you see a swimming pool and it's completely flat, or a pond where it's completely flat, it's still moving, right? It's never not moving, especially on a subatomic atom frequency molecule level. Things are still moving. Things are never still, ever. So we got to recognize that nothing ever stops. In this reality, nothing ever stops. And so understand that you're never stuck. Only the ego has this construct of stuck, right? And as we open ourselves up and realize that I'm always moving, what can I learn in this moment? How can I grow, right? Then things start to open up for you. Instead of resisting and saying that I'm stuck and I'm trapped and all of this stuff. Fair enough, you might be trapped in a relationship right now because, you know, you're married to this person and you don't have the finances. Fair enough, you might be in a relationship right now that, you know, a friendship or family, whatever, and you don't want to be around them. Fair enough, you want to do all these things and you want to grow and expand, but complaining is not helping. Right? Looking at it in a negative way is not helping. Being in a negative state is not helping. Fair enough, your environment doesn't cause for you to manufacture the success that you want within. But I can tell you right now, growing up in the ghetto, growing up around certain vibrational frequencies, I had to be strong in my vibration to rise above it, right? To cultivate my own power, my own vibration, to transcend that. If you don't do that, if you don't take responsibility for your reality, you'll continue to create the same reality. Complaining only begets more complaining, only manifests more complaining, right? Focusing on the suffering in a negative way only manifests more of the suffering, right? And so why don't we put a positive perspective on it so we can manifest more positive experiences in our lives? Okay, grow and expand. So we have to begin to trust in God's system, trust in nature's system, trust in everything is happening for you, not to you. We want to stop trying to be strong, because strong implies that there's opposition, right? If you're, I need to be stronger, no, I'm not asking you to be strong. I'm asking you to be a greater version of yourself. I'm asking you to be a higher vibration of yourself. That doesn't mean strength. That's ego. Ego creating strength implies that there's opposition. If you're implying that there's opposition, you're always going to manifest opposition. I'm not asking you to be strong. I'm asking you to be your greatest version. I'm asking you to be powerful. I'm asking you to step into love. All right? I'm asking you to step into true power, nature's power, God's power, and recognizing everything is a tool that you can use to facilitate your growth. Now, if you would like help and support on growing, expanding, and becoming your greatest version, then get the free energy reading in the description. I will determine where your vibrational frequency is, where you resonate at on the vibrational scale on screen right now, and letting you know where you need to be in order to manifest the life that you want. All right? And check out this video over here on 5 sides, your third eye is opening. And check out this video over here, my 3-part series on how to raise your vibration correctly. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.